Hi everyone and welcome to Top Notch. Today's topic with affiliated marketing is going to be niche. How do you select your niche? What's popular out there? What's popular in 2018? How do you get those followers that you're going to accumulate? How do you get them to follow you and to like your niche? Um, Starting an online business, the one thing that's holding you back is the actual niche that you're trying to find within the market and how you're going to choose it. And honestly, this can be tricky. You could list all your interests and passion and still come away feeling as if you haven't hit upon a singular thing that you were meant to do. You should do your due diligence in selecting a niche, but it's better to get up and running than wait around. That way, you can test out ideas, enter the market sooner, and learn from your success and failures. And I can't stress this enough. A lot of people take failure as a bad thing, that they failed at what they were doing. And really, failure is sometimes a really good thing. It teaches us what not to do when we're trying to open up our own business, whether it's an online business, a brand new store, a new company. Failure will always come with trying to open up any type of business, and you will learn that as an entrepreneur. Failure is a good thing at times because it's teaching you what's working and what's not working. And once you find out what is working, you're going to go down that path rather than what is not working. So always keep that in mind, that failure is not a bad thing. It's not a sign for you to quit. It's just a sign for you to take a different path on your new business venture. So once you're starting to select your niche, you're going to do your due diligence in selecting it and to do some research on it, the type of topic it is, if it's popular in 2018, anything like that. But you really don't want to wait around to get it up and running. You really want to start with something small and then go big, is what my philosophy is. Once you start running it, get the website up, anything like that, and you're building a Bluehost website, that's what we use. Um, you'll start to accumulate a little traffic little by little as you're building upon that. Um, and once you start to work on your niche and you're finding what is successful and what is not, it's a way of you actually testing your idea too. And the sooner you enter the market and you'll learn from your successes and failures that way too. If your first business does not take off, you can always take what you've learned from previous attempts and move forward with new ideas. And that comes with the failure too. You're just moving on with new, bigger, and better ideas. So here are some ways for you to select your niche. You really got to determine what you're passionate about. What are your interests? Do you like sports? Do you like investing money? Do you like teaching? Do you like to do yoga? These are just a few basic ideas of what you're passionate about, where your interests are. And from that point, you're going to want to make a list of 5 things that you are passionate about and really look at those 5 items. You got to really feel that passion that's driving you to want to develop a business online. When you're creating this list, you need to look at, how do you like to spend your free time? Do you like to read? Do you like to go sailing? Do you like to draw? Do you like to exercise? Look at what you like to do in your free time. And what do you look forward to doing? And what don't you look forward to doing? Look and see what types of books you like to read, where you go on the internet, what magazines you subscribe to, what topics do you like to learn most about. These are good ways of finding what you're passionate about. What clubs or organizations do you belong to? Do you belong to the yacht club? Do you belong to a book club? Are there clubs that you do belong to? If you don't, and once you start to get your business up and running, you might find it a niche there to open up a club within your actual site, within your online business that you'll be creating. So another thing that you'll want to look at when you're selecting your niche is what problems can you solve with your niche? A lot of people don't know how to invest money. A lot of people just want to go out there and put money on the stock market and think that they're going to be millionaires overnight. And we all know that's not true for everybody. Maybe you know how to invest money. Maybe you know how to do that research about selecting different stocks for day trading. You can put that all online and get followers. You can get people to subscribe to you to learn from your expertise. What you're trying to do here is you're trying to show people that you're able to solve their problems from your expertise. And with this, it starts to narrow down your list by finding problems your target customers are experiencing. And then you can determine whether you can actually solve their problems of how to invest the right way, how to actually put yoga instructions on the internet. You're showing people how to invest with your expertise. This is a way to identify specific problems. You need to have a one-on-one conversation with your target audience. Talk to them. Look what they're looking for. Ask them where they're finding their problems from. Another good resource is called Quora. Look up what people are asking about in your area and how you would use your expertise to solve the problem. Another tool to use or how to identify specific problems is keywords. If you use tools like Google AdWords to see what your audience is looking up in regards to the topic or to the area that you want to focus in on. See if there is that niche. If there is a lot of people looking for more answers and better answers perhaps. So another way for you to select your niche is really look at your competition. And sometimes people take competition as a bad thing. And really, it's not a bad thing. You're just going to your competition to look and see how they're actually covering the topic that you're selecting, the idea that you're selecting. So start to look up what your competition is actually producing on the internet and on their website. Sometimes competition is a good tool to use to see that there is really a calling for your niche. If you see that your competition has a steady flow, you might be able to drive in there and become more detailed with your niche than your actual competition is. Somebody might have, your niche might actually be computers, building computers. You might be able to how to configure the biosystem in computers, whereas your competition is not that detailed. They're telling everybody how to buy a motherboard and how to basically just put it together in a general way. This is just an idea. I'm not telling you what your niche needs to be. I'm just giving you an idea that people on the internet nowadays are looking for a lot of detail. It's really, I call it a university. It's where people go on to platforms like YouTube to learn how to put a computer together, to learn how to do yoga, to learn how to speak a new language. You can do this by creating different blogs, different videos on YouTube, and just using your expertise. And once people see that you have expertise in a specific subject, you will gain more followers. And like I will always say this, your followers, your audience, they're all going to look for consistency. You need to be consistent with whatever you put out there on the internet. You just can't put mumbo jumbo out there and expect hundreds of thousands of followers, because once one person sees that what you're putting out there is not really substantial and there's no expertise in it of what you're trying to produce, then you're going to start to lose your actual followers. So look and see if your competition is showing a lack of good content and a lack of transparency. If there is a lack in these two areas, it's a good opportunity for you to jump in and provide those two elements that your competition is not providing. And lastly, for ways to select your niche and to make sure that you're going to have substantial profitability. Lastly, we're going to talk about is profitability. As you've narrowed down your list of top niches and you're feeling comfortable with one particular niche, you need to look if it's a profitable topic for you to start to work with. You have to be very comfortable with the niche that you select and be sure that you can cover this topic, because in the long run your audience is going to be depending on you and your expertise. At this point, it's important to get an idea of how much money you have the potential to make in your niche. ClickBank is a great place to go to start to search how much money is within that particular topic that you have selected. What type of money is in there? We're going to show you on one of our videos as to how to look at the actual money that you can get with different topics and how to look for money within ClickBank. What has the most potential to bring you in the most money that you can possibly use as an affiliated marketer. So look to see top products in your category. If you can't find any offers within places like ClickBank or Amazon Seller, that's really not a good sign. It might mean that nobody has been able to monetize that particular niche. So you really need to be careful of the type of niche you're selecting, because in the long run you're trying to make money off of that particular niche. Once again, we want to thank everybody. If you have any questions or concerns, please jot us an email. Our email address is info@topnotchmarket.net, and we hope to see you again in our next video. Thanks, everyone.